I found out I wasn't my husband's first choice. My husband, 29, and I, 26, met online 3 years ago. We got married last May. We have had a great relationship, and our wedding day was the happiest day in my life. My husband is so good to me, and he makes me feel so loved and appreciated, and I love him so much. But everything changed last Monday. I was on my sister-in-law's baby shower, and when they didn't know I was listening, my mother-in-law, sister-in-law, and sister-in-law's best friend were in the kitchen talking about my husband and I. The friend said that she liked me a lot, and my sister-in-law said she was happy he let M go and settled with me, and that she never thought this would happen. I pretended that I didn't hear them, but I knew M to be a close friend of my husband from college. He never mentioned that they were in a relationship. All I know is that she moved to live in another city after graduation and that she couldn't attend our wedding. So since Monday, I have been pondering. I am happy with him, but I wanted to know why he never mentioned anything about M. So today, I did what any sensible wife would do, and I waited for him to go to work and started snooping around on his iPad. He doesn't know I know his code. I didn't even need to look for long. There it was. Tens, maybe hundreds of texts between them over a period of years. Before he met me and even after. From what I understood, he has asked her out many times, and she has refused. Him telling her he would never love anyone like her, and she, oh stop, ed him with a wink emoji that says, I won't have you, but please do keep trying. One of M's texts right before we got married was about how she knew she would eventually end up with him. My husband texted back that he was getting married soon and that he was happy. She answered, you can always get a divorce, and my husband sent a smiley and wink emoji. She then texted, if you chose between the two of us, who would you choose? He answered, you only want me when I'm not available. She answered, shut up. I know you still love me. He didn't answer. The last exchange between them was 3 weeks ago. She told him that she's moving back home and that she missed him and wondered if they could meet. He said of course he wanted to meet. She asked him, wouldn't your wife mind? He answered, why should she? If she knew what I want to do to you, she would be worried actually. He, stop teasing, it won't work. She, I'm not teasing, the poor woman won't stand a chance. She, I called you, why didn't you pick up? He, we're having dinner, I will call you tomorrow. So that's all I could find. I haven't talked to him yet because I don't know how to approach the subject. I think there's definitely something between them. But I can't ask him because he would know that I went through his texts. I am very hurt. I thought he loved me and that he was happy with me. I want to cry. I don't know what my next step should be. One moment I want to pretend I had no idea and wait for him to leave me. The next I want to run away and never come back.
I think you should tell him I saw the texts between you and her. I have thought about it since then, and decided that no matter what your story is, I can't live with it. I need to be loved and respected, not the second choice while you still flirt with your college love. So, this marriage is over. I would just confront him still so he can live with regret. If you don't tell him the truth, I'm afraid he's going to just get with the friend and live guilt-free because he feels as if you wanted to end it. Then she'll feel as if she won. And she angers me more than you know, but I would feel more satisfied having them know karma is going to get them both. It bothers me when individuals have no conscience and do whatever they want without any consequences. Just my opinion, doesn't mean you should follow it. I think you should be honest and tell him that you know about his feelings towards the other woman, and since they made it clear your marriage won't stand a chance. Then, it's no point to go on with this charade. Tell him that you deserve better, you deserve to be someone's number one, you don't deserve heartache, especially when you've been only kind and lovely towards him. Tell him you wish him the best and some therapy. 7. You circumflex @ being honest with him will also give you closure, and you will be able to move on much easier. Are you kidding me? You don't want to know. You know everything you need to know. You need to tell him, or you will be the bad guy to everyone, because his side of the story will be out there. Tell him that M can have him, and that you are disgusted by him and his behavior. Planning to meet up with the woman who got away and tells him she wants to have sex with him. Tell him you are no one's second choice, and this is why it is over. Now, he can have two that got away. You will regret not talking to him properly. You made vows to him, and now you can't be bothered telling him honestly why you want a divorce. You're thinking of it as confronting him, but it's just basically speaking to your own husband and being honest to the person that you swore to share your life with forever, and now you can't even have a real conversation. I have a friend who is one of my husband's former girlfriends, and she broke up with him so he felt that she wouldn't have a problem with his being with me. He was wrong. She didn't want him back, just as your husband's friend doesn't really want him, but she wanted him to say nice things to her, withhold talking about how good I was to him, and wanted more positive attention. She had a similar issue when her male best friend got married, and she was competitive with his wife. There is a ton of complexity in these situations, and your feelings are totally understandable. I struggled as well with the interactions my husband had with his former GF, and she wasn't as overtly sexual/flirty as your husband's friend is being. In the end, they stopped being friends for quite a few years before we all started talking again. I looked at your original post and your husband was being aloof and giving her short replies. He wasn't being outright discouraging, but he wasn't being encouraging. If he had been plotting to meet her at a hotel for a liaison, I think it would be reasonable for you to just dump him without explanation, but I think he deserves to know why you're ending your marriage. I'm not sure of what benefit it is to you to not tell him what you read, how it made you feel, and that you felt some connection between you was broken by his actions. At the very least, I think it will help you heal if you reveal your pain. You are making a huge mistake not talking to him about everything in your first post. Because he needs to know the real reason you're done. Spanish pesetas, since M will all too happy to pick up the pieces because he has no idea you are leaving over his actions. You are currently the villain, don't be the villain. You are the innocent party, not him. This feels incredibly irresponsible. Even if you have already made a decision, seemingly without giving yourself any time to reflect on this and without attempting to even find out any more, you should at least tell him why. Honestly, with your behavior, it seems like you just don't want to be with him anymore and are using this as an out. Confronting him gives him a chance to save the marriage. If you don't want to save the marriage, then how he feels or what he tells people doesn't matter anyway. When people ask you about the split, if you tell them the truth, it will get back to him eventually anyway. I confronted my ex about him cheating on me multiple times, and he had no remorse. It was almost like he truly believed he did nothing wrong. The main reason being we had different definitions of cheating. Even after I told him what I consider cheating, texting with or sexting other women on any platform because apparently PlayStation didn't count, he still continued to do it. There were other issues with their marriage, but that was the main reason I brought to him for the divorce. He still played victim and lied to others about our divorce. Your husband will likely do the same to protect his name. From now on it will be you against him regardless, so do whatever makes you feel most comfortable.